The most important skill when you're talking to a girl, or really when you're talking to anyone, is listening. Listening is the most important skill in conversations, and it's the most important skill if you want to build charisma or if you want to build all those good skills that we love. It basically comes down to making the person feel important. People want to feel important. That's a huge motivation, probably the biggest motivational factor for the reason why people do things, is people want to feel important in life. And the way you make them feel important is by making it seem, making it seem, is by showing them that their thoughts and feelings and what they have to say is important to you, or it matters. And the way you do that is to listen to them. Okay, so the reason why I stress on this a lot is because there's not a lot of people talk about it, especially in the pickup community. That they talk about Eckhart Tolle and that stuff, and all that stuff is good, but I think they could just say, hey, listen more. They teach you all these cool things to say, all these cool gimmicks and stuff like that. But really, they should be teaching guys how to listen, because that's where the real game happens, in my opinion. That's where you're really building attraction, is when a girl feels like, wow, this guy like gets me. That's where they start saying that, is because he gets me, because he fucking listens to what I have to say. Yeah, so came up with a lot of good tips. Obviously, this is one thing that women complain a lot about men. The guys don't listen enough, and I think here are some tips to help guys listen a lot better. The first thing when it comes to listening, the first step is shut the fuck up. Don't talk. A lot of people, when they're in conversations, rather than listening to what the other person has to say, they're already thinking about what they're going to say next, and they're not listening. That's why all these political debates that we have, they kind of get nowhere, because a lot of people, especially when they're talking about this, they don't listen to the other side. They don't listen to what they have to say, and they're just thinking about what they want to say next. And what's the end result? The end result is everyone's getting mad at each other because they feel like they're not being listened to. Obviously it's a very complex issue, but I think that's a contributing factor. And it's definitely something that pisses people off, is when it clearly seems like they're not listening to you. Okay. And the way you do that is by not talking, first of all. And then you can maybe ask clarifying questions, or, I like to nod my head a little bit, or, you can say little things to let the other person know that you're paying attention, but definitely maintain good eye contact the best that you can. And then when they're done talking, that's when you have the opportunity to speak. A lot of times people want to interrupt, or try not to even look like you're about to interrupt the person. So, sorry, cars driving out there. Try not to even look like you're about to interrupt the person. Sometimes people look like they're about to say something, but they stop. Even that shows the person that you just want to say what you have to say, and you're not really listening to them. Okay, so when they finish, a good tip that I like to use, and I got this from Bill Clinton, who, by the way, if you guys are looking for a dude who exudes charisma and is probably the most charismatic person that I can think of, it's Bill Clinton. Whatever you want to say about his politics, that dude was one smooth motherfucker. Okay. What he does is, when somebody asks him a question, they say, hey Bill, how do we fix the American economy? And Bill will look at them, he'll nod, and he'll go, well, and then he'll go into it. Okay. If after a person's done talking, if you give them that pause for a half to maybe 2 seconds, what it shows is that not only did you listen what they had to say, you're also thinking about it. Okay. When you do all this stuff, it really shows that you took what they had to say into account. It mattered to you, and now you're thinking of a response to it. All of this stuff is key. This is how you get kind of girls entranced into you. Okay, because they feel like their opinions matter. They feel like this guy gets me, and you'll definitely be a step up from 95%, maybe 99% of the guys out there that are just trying to be douchey, say what they want to say, are so wrapped up in their own opinions that they can't relate or connect to another person. Anyway, that's all I got about this. This is going to be the first part in a many-part series about how to have better conversations. And yeah, let me know if you guys have any questions about this in the comment section below. Would love to hear them. If there's any way that I can improve this channel, please let me know too. Would love to hear it. And good luck out there, you guys.